if people who are vegetarians or vegans and they have pets and they are not vegetarians and vegans, so like how do they tackle it? Like,
So I can't speak on behalf of vegetarians, but I can speak on behalf of vegans. Again, myself and other vegans also do not have an agreement on this because there's been a lot of infighting going on. The thing is that I completely am against killing one animal to feed the other. It's 100% wrong. I mean, that's like, say, for example, if I was fighting on behalf of children's rights, and what's happened is that I am now having a bunch of children with me, and I'm trying to pay for their education and their well-being in life, their food and everything. I'm taking care of them. You're asking me, bro, how do you make enough money to take care of these kids? Oh, you see those kids over there? I'm kind of trafficking them and sending them elsewhere, and with that money, I'm taking care of them. You'll be like, dude, so you're killing one group of kids to take care of another. That's hypocrisy. It's okay even if you don't help them. First, stop the killing over there. Similarly, if I would right now save one cat, that cat is an obligate carnivore. A cat cannot be, by the way, our indie dogs, if you did not know, Indian street dogs, they can eat anything. Literally, they survive on literally anything, and they can eat. I have had an Indie at home. I raised her for 3 years. She was a vegan while living with me, and she was doing absolutely fine. Healthy dog. But a cat can't do that. So as a vegan, I can't rescue a cat, because if I rescued a cat and I had to feed her meat, I'm rescuing one animal, but killing 100 more on the side. And that's hypocrisy. That's wrong. So if I had to make the call right now, there's an injured cat right here, whether I could rescue it or not, I would leave the cat to die. I would not rescue the cat. That is my take on this issue. No, sorry, you had one question. Okay. Yes, man.
So what you said about not wanting to rescue the cat because that would lead to more animal killings in the future. I mean, we are trying to choose the lesser evil here. We're trying to be as less hypocritical as we can be. But is there any better way out of this? Because leaving a cat to die so that I don't kill something else, that also doesn't make sense completely, right?
I think it makes 100% sense. I'll explain to you why. You are not see, I have to hold you accountable only for the actions that you choose to take, right? That cat didn't end up in that situation because of you. So you're walking on the road, you see an injured cat or something. That cat didn't end up injured or suffering or was not born into this world because of you. You had nothing to do with that cat. But every time we choose to eat meat, dairy, and eggs, that animal exists on this earth because of us, because we have paid that industry to breed them into existence. So breeding takes place there, breeding did not take place here. So this is not at all, see, here's the thing. This might sound odd, but I think rationally it makes sense. None of us need to actually in this life help anybody. I don't think anyone's a bad person for not helping another human being or animal, because not everyone in this world is in a position to help others, but everyone is in a position not to hurt others. So it's okay if you can't help. Don't hurt, because that's the worst thing. Think about it, man. I mean, if there's a child here, the only way I can save this child is by killing 10 more children. I'm a murderer. I'm not a savior, right? If I save one cat and kill 10 chickens, I'm an animal abuser. How can I be an animal rescuer? Do you get my point? I know many won't agree with me. I know many will think I'm crazy for saying this. But in no other scenario will we humans think this way. It's again because the life of a chicken or a fish has been so greatly reduced. The way we're taught since our young age, the red circle and the blue circle. Chicken life doesn't matter. Chicken suffering doesn't matter. Have you before ever played with a cat? You have. So you had the option and the opportunity in your life, the opportunity in your life to actually connect with that animal and understand that, oh my God, there's a little person inside this cat just like me. Have you ever played with a chicken before? Society didn't give that to you. The only time you ever met a chicken was already when it's cut up, cooked, and dead on your plate. That's unfair. Spend time with them as well. There's no difference. You cannot kill one for the other. Look, if this cat right now wants to kill a pigeon or a chicken, I'm not stopping it. But I am not getting involved in that. I can stop the cat from hunting, but I refuse to be involved in that violence. You get my point?
But isn't that similar to just turning your face away and letting the meat industry thrive? I don't want to participate. I'm looking the other way.
No, because the cat doesn't have the same rationale as a human being. So I expect more from us because we are rational, logical. We are capable of thinking critically and understanding right from wrong. That cat doesn't have a sixth sense like us. It's not as cognitively as advanced. It doesn't understand ethics, morals, and values. mostly acting upon instinct like hunger or desire to find a mate. That's how most they're like. They kind of at times they are intelligent. I'll give you that. But most animals, mostly even we humans, behave like machines. Like, okay, what's next to eat? What's next to do this? They're just trying to find the next thing to do. So that animal cannot understand our logic, but we can. So that's the whole point I'm saying.
But from a personal philosophy perspective, do you think it's more about whether to reduce the hurt you cause or to reduce the suffering in any way possible? For example, if you see a predator hunting its prey, while you could save that prey, would you choose to let it happen naturally, or would you choose to exercise your option to reduce the suffering overall?
But how is it reduction of suffering? Because if I save that prey, the predator will eventually die. So how am I? Someone has to die in the scenario. So I'm not necessarily reducing it. As a human, we cannot take part in what happens in nature. It's like this goes beyond our scope. We can only control what happens within our civilization, which is why we humans have created society. We have distanced ourselves from the forest. We understand that life in the forest sucks because nature is basically survival of the fittest, which is a horrible way to live life. So here we have rules and laws and we abide by them. And in these laws and rules, within our confines of our society and civilization, there animals can be treated in this particular way. Beyond our boundaries, we can't do anything, man. Like we cannot jump into the ocean and stop sharks from killing a fish. We can't stop whales from eating, other krill or some small animal. This cannot. Veganism can only end the human-induced suffering of animals. That's all we can do. We cannot do anything else.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you.